Hi, this is Missy with the O Diet, here to talk about mental toughness and follow through. When you first embark upon a program, you're excited. There are a lot of different chemicals that get released in your brain. On the O Diet, I see it all the time. People come in, they immediately feel better, they start losing weight, everything kind of opens up in their lives and everything is great. But as people get into their fourth and fifth month on their weight loss journey, they start to lose their momentum. They start to lose their inspiration. And this is where we get to exercise our minds. You see, it's your brain that's getting bored. It's not you. But you have to understand the difference between how your mind works and the brain. The mind is on your side, and the mind is powerful. The mind can override the brain at any time. So many people think that creation is only done outside of ourselves, meaning if I go build a shed, I can see what I'm doing, and wow, look at the creation. Instant manifestation, instant gratitude, instant this, instant that, And with the internet, and Facebook and all these things, it's even more instant. I mean, you can pop up a picture and in a second you got all these like buttons, and all that stuff is actually releasing chemicals in your brain. What you want to do now is understand that and realize that we have to use the power of our minds to create, to get out of the ruts so that the brain can develop greater pathways. Because if not, you can see how things just start shutting down in your brain. So what you have to do is realize that and know that, okay, I'm in a rut. I'm not feeling inspired. My brain's not releasing the chemicals it was when I get out of bed. You know, even though my clothes continue to fit looser, I'm just not feeling it like I was, which means the brain is just not producing the chemical to give you that feeling of, wow, look what you've done. Okay, so what we have to do is override it and get it to produce it, which we can. And this is where true creation comes in. When you, with the power of your mind, override the brain and rewire it. And it's simple enough to do. You have to have a plan. You have to have a 7-day plan. So for those of you on the O Diet, you have to eat anyway, right? Okay, so plan out. I'm going to cook my food, and you have to actually make the brain do it. But you can. And there's so much that comes from this. So much. Mental strength, confidence. I mean, come on, everybody likes to watch movies about mental strength, people that have been broken down, but they couldn't beat them down mentally because their minds were so strong, the power of the mind. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. People are becoming mentally weak and they don't even realize how it's happening. So use the power of your mind, and it will give you confidence, and it will give you strength, and it will give you willpower, and it will give you all of these things that you need in your life. So once again, so you're in this rut, the brain's not producing these chemicals anymore. So what are you going to do? You're going to plan it out, and you're going to make yourself do it. You have to make the brain respond to you. You've got to separate yourself from the brain and realize that you hold more power. You can override it. And it will feel better than anything else you could do outside of you. Because what it will do for you on the unseen levels. So exercise your mind. Make yourself get up, make your food, and follow through. Make yourself. You have got to make yourself do it. This is personal. This is not because somebody's making you do something for somebody else or your job. This is for you. This is for you. It's what you want. And all you got to do is follow through with the first step and the second step of the day and the third step, with the visual of knowing how much better you're going to feel about yourself at the end of the day by doing this choice versus the other one where you don't follow through at all. So you have to visualize, go to the end of your day, and how much better am I going to feel about myself at the end of the day if I do this versus the other way? Which one feels better? It's always going to be the one that's taking care of you and making yourself take the time. You have the time. If you do not make your food, you are taking time to eat food. So you have the time. You have to eat. You will spend less time and less money doing it this way, preparing your food for you. As you do this, you are creating a new pathway in your brain. And it's pulling you out of that rut. And as you do it, those chemicals will begin to release again, but in a greater way. Trust me. So you've got to use the power of the mind. Many people I've heard, not even on the O diet, they have a way of, I can create something and I get through the first few steps and then I lose my momentum, I lose my inspiration, and I don't know what to do because I can't follow through. Hopefully they're watching this video and realizing that the mind, you have to use the power of your mind. And like anything, you have to build it. You have to build it inside of you by the power of choice and by using your free will and making it happen. Make it happen. You already have those skills. You've done it outside of yourself. Use it inside of yourself. It's so much more rewarding. The things that we do inside of ourselves are so much more rewarding. Now, the outside is great too. It's all about balance. But we got to get back inside, use the power of your mind, make yourself follow through. Because you don't realize what it's doing to you when you don't. Our minds are amazing, but we have to use the power of our mind for self-creation on the inside of us, because then it makes the outside easy. Okay, this is Missy with the O Diet, sharing a little knowledge that I generally only share inside the O Diet's private group here on Facebook. But I thought I would share it with everyone because you can use this tool in any part of your life. Whether it's your job, whether you're used to instant gratification, getting the clients or getting the accounts or selling the homes or whatever it is you do. And now all of a sudden it's just not that way. And you're finding yourself feeling uninspired, in a rut, and you want to take action, or that uninspired and in that rut can just get deeper and deeper and deeper. Use the tools. Take it one step at a time. Realize that you're rewiring, rebooting, recreating, whatever in the brain. Point is, you're not getting that chemical release in the brain that's filling your body. And so that's what's missing. So it just kind of feels like nothing when you're doing it. That's okay. You need to have a plan. When I go through things like this in my own life, I have a progression book to show the rewiring that's happening. And so that I can see, because imagine if you're in a rut, imagine visually being in a rut. All right, it's dark, you can't see, say you can't see, how to get out of the rut. You know it's up, but you can't see the light. So as you're climbing out of this rut, you can't see your progression until you get to the top and you break through, right? You just break through another ceiling. So it's kind of like that. You're not going to be able to see your progression unless you write it down. And your progression at this point is simply doing it. making yourself do it at first. Making yourself spend an hour on something you don't want to do. Making yourself do it each day. If you spend an hour a day on what your brain, body, whatever, doesn't want to do, just 1 hour a day, that's 7 hours in a week. That may be all it takes to rewire. Use the mind. It's a muscle. And it is more powerful than anything. That's why people have done amazing things from the power of the mind. Use it. That's why you're where you're at. It's not for you to suffer. It's for you to exude, use the power that you have. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not the most powerful energy we possess. This is Misty with the O Diet. Have a great day until I see you. Bye for now.